Brennan, you want another shot? And this is today's hangover. Today,
Ivan back.
All right. Hey, I feel pretty lit.
We in it to win it now. We in it to win it, baby.
Let's make lemonade.
Yeah.
My nose squeaked. Did you hear it?
Piglet ass motherfucker.
Oh, fucking bitch.
It was a joke.
Fucking Goldilocks. All right, let's start. We're gonna start with what? I don't know what we're gonna start with.
Start from the bottom, and now we're here.
All right, Brian, go ahead.
All right, for sure.
Episode 3. Here we go. Cheers. So, we're gonna start with worst injuries, and then move on to awkward moments, and then move on to embarrassing moments. But that shit ain't really gonna flow. So let's.
That's literally the way you said that you didn't want to start. I was like, what the fuck? I could have started.
You know what?
There.
I'm gonna start off running. I'm gonna start off with the worst one, dude.
What?
Dude, I know you remember this, but I was a kid. Well,
I don't want to remember it.
No, but I was a kid, dude, when this happened. I almost lost my left nut.
That was involving me.
No, you weren't there.
Selfish son of
Dude,
a bitch.
so everybody knows how my older brother is. My older brother was a bully to me. Supposedly it's because, oh, I'm gonna toughen you up. That's some bullshit, dude. He hated me.
No.
But dude,
pure trauma.
So it was like that roughing out, like, you know, like roughing around and shit, like wrestling and everything. But he had me in a fucking chokehold, and I threw my fucking head back. And when I threw my head back, caught him right in the fucking nose. As soon as he saw blood, you know what this fucker did? Kicked me right in the fucking nuts, dude. I went flying. I've always been a chubby kid, and I've never been that high up. Dude, I went so fucking high, I fell across the room, and I started crying, and he went, oh, no, 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 no. Wake up, no, stop.
Diosito, Diosito, mi hijo. Like, fuck,
Dude, he was checking on me. It hurt so fucking bad. But you know, like, when everybody knows when you get hit, all the dudes know when you get hit in the fucking nuts, it hurts. It hurts to your stomach.
Right up in the fucking tripa right there.
Yeah, but then it goes away. Slowly it goes away, and then you're fine, right? It went away. But for some reason, my nut was like throbbing. And I was like maybe fucking 11 to 12 maybe, you know? And then I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'm not a little snitch, so I'm not gonna say shit, you know? But
I would have sang like a fucking canary.
I know you would have.
I would have been like, look what this abuser did to me.
Dude, I went 2 weeks without saying anything. And I was panicking but you know when you're little and shit, you don't really think about things that might happen. My nut was the size of a fucking baseball. My left nut was a baseball.
Your father must be proud.
And my right nut was a golf ball. Something's wrong. Dude, but I was like, dude, and I kept limping. I kept telling my mom, oh, I fell at school or whatever the fuck. And we went to the movies, and I remember we were in the parking lot, and we started walking to the parking lot, like, I started limping again, but even worse. Every time my leg touched my nut, it would hurt. And you know what she made me do, dude? She was like, no, something's wrong, blah, blah. And then, like, I was like, no, I fell. And she, like, said, no, tell me what happened, you know? And then once that Mexican mouth gets on your head, you know? So I was like, all right, my brother kicked me in the nuts, you know, and everything. And she's like, what? Pull your pants down. And I was like, no.
Where did you pull your pants down?
In the fucking parking lot. There was people walking. It was fucking 12 noon.
Saw some 11-year-old penis just on the way of fucking...
She pulled that shit down.
A parking lot of where?
City Walk.
City Walk. Huh? What year was this? What year was this?
I don't remember what year it was.
05?
Like 06, 05. 06, 05.
Right Mr. There. And Mrs. Smith had just hit theaters. People were on their way, saw some 11-year-old penis just walking right through that shit. Just, oh, don't look that way. It
was a golf ball, a tic-tac, and a fucking baseball. Dude, she went like, what the fuck? We didn't even get to watch the movie. We went straight to the hospital. If I would have waited longer, I would have lost my nut. And when they told me that, I was like, I know these fuckers are important. You do what you gotta do, man. And then they gave me this fucking cream, which felt like really cold, but then really hot, like icy hot, basically on your nuts. And then fucking, and some pills or whatever. But it went back to normal. But you could tell on my sack that it's kind of like in a weird way or whatever, but it still works.
It adds character to it.
It still works. I had a couple scares. It
makes
still
it more
works.
distinctive. Girls know if you were cheating or not. Oh, how did his dick look like that? Did it look like that? Yeah. I got injured one time. Well, kind of more than injured. I got hit by a car, and I flew like 20 feet when I got hit by a fucking
I remember
car.
that.
Oh my God. That fucking, at the moment, it didn't hurt. I got up, like all the adrenaline was pumping, I guess, so I got up real fast.
But you were drunk too.
Insurance company, I was not drunk. You can speak to my lawyer, Michael Monteheri, if you want to speak to that, all right? Michael Monteheri. Hetty. So, I was crossing the street when it was my right of way, and the lady hit me and I flew 20 feet. I closed my eyes and I remember just sliding my fucking face on that asphalt like a cheese grater. Oh my fucking goodness. But how the fuck? Dude, I got up quick. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Thank you. I got hit like a deer in the headlights as well. Exactly, because I looked towards my way and I see that she's coming quick as fuck. And for some reason, yeah, I fucking wave my hands and I go, no, 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 no. I go, please, not me. And it fucking was me. And I got hit and I flew and I just slid my fucking head right on the fucking pavement. And then I rolled a little bit and got up with adrenaline. And I thought it was a guy. So, at first, in your head, you're thinking this fucking idiot just hit me. So I got up with adrenaline and I'm like, this fucking guy, I'm gonna kick his fucking ass for hitting me with his car right now. I get up and I'm like, you stupid fucking piece of shit. And the person gets out the car and there's a woman. And I'm immediately like, oh, I'm sorry.
It was my fault.
Miss,
it was my fault.
It was not my fault. Monteheri, but it was not my fault. And so then fucking, it wasn't my fault. And it wasn't my fault, all right? Lost train of thought, and it wasn't my fucking fault, god damn it. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. So I get hit, da-da-da-da-da. All right, I'm rolling up, I get up, and I tell the lady, like, yeah, whatever, I'm sorry, and shit like that. And the lady wanted to leave immediately or whatever the fuck. And that's as far as I'm gonna get to the story, but I'm gonna furthermore on the story. I go to the emergency room. All right. I'm like all cool and I feel all straight. They want to stitch up my fucking eye. And they're like, oh, we're gonna put like a little, like to make it numb on there. All I see is a big needle coming towards my face. And I'm like, no, not me. So I move back, and then my dad comes in, and he's like, Brandon, you gotta let them do that right now. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So, I'm a bitch when it comes to needles, and I'm a bitch overall. But then, yeah, dude. So they bring the fucking needle to my eye, and then they, they numb it out, and they stitch it or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, you're gonna experience some bruising on your hip. Dude, the next day my fucking hip looked like a holiday ham and shit. Dude, that shit was all brown. Like brown, yellow, purple, all over my hip, dude. All over my hip. From like my thigh to my hip up like a little bit close to the rib. Just all fucking, just purple, brown, and blue. Just peroxide, just, you know what I'm saying? Just all fucking, just like horrible. But I got over it, I overcame that.
I was there. Not there, but afterwards.
Oh yes, you were there when they brought me. Yeah. Luckily, there was a good Samaritan who brought me. Thank God for that lady.
She came out. Yeah, she brought me back home. Because I was with James's brother, and we were in the front. We were just kicking it and everything. And when you showed up, I just see blood on your face, and I was like, "Oh, this fool got fucked up. Did someone jump up? And who did it? Where they at?" And then the lady came out of the car and she was like wearing a dress and everything. She was like a doña or whatever. And she comes up and tells me like, someone hit him, make sure he goes to the hospital and all this stuff. And he went straight to the house. And then she starts going like, so I think he's a little, And I'm like, no, I'm his brother. Don't even worry about it. I'm his brother. I'll talk to my mom. Thank you. You could go. And then she left, and I was like, oh, some lady dropped him off or whatever. But I covered your ass, man.
You did.
I remember that shit.
You know who
dude.
else covered my ass if anybody has any questions? My lawyer. Law offices of Michael Montejeri. All right?
I'm about to hit that motherfucker up because my lawyer fucked me over. I'm just kidding. But,
Oh, man. Dude, one time, let's check this out. This was fucking embarrassing, and I hurt myself. So, I forgot who, but it was in middle school. And you know how in middle school, like when you're with your friends and shit, like you do things like chase your friends.
yeah.
In a non-weird way. But you chase your friends and shit, like they grab something of yours, oh, give it back, bitch, and then they fucking book it. If they fucking book it and they run, you gotta chase them now. So this happened like in 6th grade or some shit. And in my school, there was a student store, and a student store is a fucking student store. So just picture a kiosk in the middle of where students hang out and shit, all right? So there's a kiosk, and he like took my shit kind of in front of the student store or some shit like that. So I had to go chase him. And behind the student store is where the cafeteria is. So fucking the cafeteria is right there in front of everybody. You gotta walk down to the cafeteria. So you have a pathway and then you have the stairs. From one moment, you can slip and fall on those stairs if you're running, like how I was. So I chase my friend. He runs through that pathway. I run too. I'm not the best runner. I fucking get all like fucking clumsy and shit like that. I slip and I eat shit right in front of everybody. I don't know if the whole school was eating fucking all that LAUSD food and shit, but it felt like I fell in front of the whole school. And I don't know if they were just laughing out of being children and shit, but I heard laughter, and all I know was the laughter was at me. The laughter was at me. All right, I had half of mine to come there and blow up that whole motherfucking place, goddammit. I was like, I'm doing it tomorrow. Y'all ain't gonna see this shit. I'm doing this motherfucker right now. I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
I
that
don't
dude,
give a fuck.
But that chasing thing, I get that, dude. Because even when fucking, when we were right here on Maplewood one day, you know what? I think we were older. Yeah, I think we were older. I think we were like, probably like 16, 17. So we were in high school. But we still do that. You know that fucking stupid ass game we played, fucking Virus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, man.
So, what is Virus for the people?
Okay, look. The virus is basically like tag, right? But one person's it. You tag one person, and then now he's part of you. So it spreads like a virus. And then you got to chase other people and everything, you know? So I'm a little chubby. So it takes a while for me to get someone. You know?
You're a good runner, though.
I know, but not fast. You know, I can keep a pace, but anybody can outrun me. You know what I mean? You know? So bitch ass Jonathan, which is James's brother, which is the editor and everything. This motherfucker pulls out of a bush, and I knew I saw it, but he had curly hair at the time, so he kind of matched with the bush. And then he pops out, and I'm like, ooh, I got this motherfucker. So I start sprinting, man. And you know what? If you're a runner, stretch before you fucking run. Because I went after him full speed, and I kid you not, I was like this fucking far, 2 inches away from tagging him, and I felt a pop. A fucking pop on my left leg. I felt like if a bone just went pop, pop, like that. And it dislocated and went back. But it wasn't my bone, it was my hamstring. And I went, holy shit. And I was like, oh, no, oh. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm not fine. And that shit started hurting. And I'm like walking and everything. The game was over. Someone got injured. The game is now over.
Because of you. Because of you.
And then I remember Joel was there and everything. And Joel goes like, hey, just stretch. Just, stretch it out. And I stretched and I felt the pop again. And I was like, no, this isn't a pulled muscle. This is so different. And all that shit. I was like, you know what, I'm fine. Let's just, do what we got to do. And you know what? It was my fucking birthday. It was on my fucking birthday. I remember now. It was on my birthday and we were supposed to like get together and drink, like fuck. Everybody underage.
Did you drink?
Yeah, I drank.
Did you end up drinking though? Did you end up drinking?
Yeah, I thought in my head alcohol numbs things, right?
Did not.
I won't feel the pain anymore if I keep drinking. And at the time we were fucking cheap, so we bought a bottle of Smirnoff, which is like fucking 10,
Smirnoff
12
vodka,
bucks.
not ice.
No, it was flavored, so everybody wanted something flavored. Yeah. So we finished that bottle, and I was drunk, and I didn't think that this would happen, but basically my legs still hurt. And I was like, fuck, dude. And I don't really drink vodka. It's just gross. I'd rather drink a bottle of Jack. And we're at our friend's house across the street. And I'm not going to say his name, but his sister is kind of nasty, you know? And we were in her place, and we went downstairs. And then I was like, oh, I need to throw up. But I couldn't like kneel or anything because of the pain on the leg. So I basically kneeled with one leg and fucking Shawn Michaels the other leg and fucking put the other leg across. And then I went like, fuck, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, I can't throw up. And then I thought of the person's house and I went, ugh! And I started yakking. And I threw up. Dude, the next day I was hungover. And I went and I looked at my leg. It was all purple. It was fucking purple.
Nice holiday
I tore my hamstring on my motherfucking birthday. That was my birthday gift to me.
You're welcome. You're getting older. Yeah, dude. Fuck. So you thought you dislocated your fucking knee or whatever the fuck at the time.
There was a bone there that didn't feel right or something, but something's probably still wrong, if anything.
My homie one time, he was skating. We were skating. We got out of school and we had a skateboard. All I could do was just ride a skateboard. Okay, so I wouldn't say I was skating. I was just riding my skateboard around while my friend was actually doing tricks. So he was doing tricks and shit like that. And it was really cool to just see anybody do tricks. You know, that shit's amazing. Like, fuck, dude, those shits are sick. Like, and he was doing really good tricks and all with his fucking backpack on. So what he doesn't tell me, you know, I'm watching him doing tricks and shit like that. All of a sudden, he goes, "Oh my God, dude." I'm like, "What?" "I dislocated my shoulder." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean you dislocated your shoulder?" He's like, "I don't know, man. I just moved my fucking arm wrong and I dislocated it right now." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Well, it's because I've dislocated it in the past, so now it's like all loose and shit, you know?" I'm there, and I'm really no help in a situation. You know, maybe like life or death situation.
911.
All I could think in my head was like, "What do you want me to do, man? You want me to call 911 because I can't pop it back in? What do you want me to do?" What, you know? And I was tripping out, and he knew exactly what to do. He goes, "All right, what I need you to do is just grab my hand, and I'm gonna twist my shoulder."
Oh.
And I grabbed his hand, and he twisted his shoulder, and that shit fucking just popped, dude. And he popped his shoulder right back in. I felt it all just jolt. All like one into place. Oh my God. I could have thrown up after. I didn't, but I could have.
Well, this wasn't an injury. But what were you gonna say?
Well, he's a tough guy. Because let me just tell you something. I just want everybody to know, whoever hangs out with me, if my shit dislocates, you call 911 right now. You call 911. Don't even touch me. You leave me where I stand,
hey, dude,
and you let them bring a gurney.
I would be the fucking same way.
You don't touch me. Brother, what's wrong? Get the fuck away, because you don't know what's wrong. So just call the people that fucking do know what's wrong. Okay? Motherfucker. All right. Proceed.
Because you don't know. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
No.
This wasn't an injury, but it was, well, kind of, no, it wasn't. It's kind of diarrhea. Mm-hmm. So I had that, but I was a little kid. And this is kind of embarrassing. This was like, gets to that, you know? So I needed to take a shit. I was sick, you know? I needed fucking shit, you know? And this was when I was little and everything. And my brother, again, this motherfucker, he's a bully, you know? So.
What do you say? He's Sid from fucking Toy Story?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yep. Yeah, skateboard and everything, you know, zero on his shirt and
fucking
everything.
Metal pearl necklace and all that.
This
that's
motherfucker.
punk rock right there.
Yeah, that's what he
metal pearl necklace.
He had the metal fucking necklace and
that's
everything. Spiky hair and all that bullshit.
Rock.
This motherfucker goes like, "Oh, you need to use the bathroom?" Yeah? Pushes me, goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, "Open the door! Open the door, please!" You know, because I'm on the verge. My shit's like right there, like watery in the butthole and shit. I'm about to fucking come out and everything, you know?
Hairy dogger.
Yeah, but it was a wet dog, if anything, you know? So I'm like smacking the window and everything, like trying to open the door. And I smacked that shit so fucking hard, the window cracked. And then he's like, "Oh, it's for real." Opens the door and he's like, "All right, go ahead. So I'm already like pants unbuttoned, and all I'm thinking is put your pants down and shit. Fucking let that shit out, you know? Like let that motherfucker out. Sit down and I fucking and I didn't lift the seat up.
You just pancaked that whole fucking
Dude, that shit wrapped my fucking butt. Dude, my ass was wrapped with fucking caca. Oh my God, dude. It was so warm and wet. And I was just like, how did this just happen? All I had to do was flip that shit up. It would have been in the toilet. And then I finished. I had to fucking finish, dude. I fucking finished. That shit was all over my cheeks on the crack. And I stand up and I look at it and I was like, ugh. So I have my hands half on, you know? I have it half on because, like, I'm not gonna lift the whole shit up, you know? But, like, I need to cover my pee-pee, you know? So I go out and I'm yelling for my grandma. My grandma's partially deaf at this moment and everything. So she finally comes and I like showing her what happened. I'm like, I don't know what to do. You know, dude, this caca all over my ass.
Hey, did you somehow you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, and she was like, how the fuck? It's fantasy, you know, like, how the fuck do you do that? Just flip the shit over, you know? Like, and then now I understand why girls need, lift the seat up, you know what the fuck, or put the seat down, you know? We don't look, we just sit. That's what happened to me. I didn't look, I just sat. And then she made me clean it up. She made me clean that whole shit up. And then she shoved me in the motherfucking shower. Oh my God, the poop water. The poop water was in my toes.
Leaking all over you. Yeah, nice fucking hot, fresh cafecito leaking all over you. God damn, man.
Oh my God, man. That shit was so fucking... And you know what? Everybody knew. Because she used to babysit a lot of kids.
I saw everybody.
All of them motherfuckers. No, she didn't. My brother did. He went, guess what? Get ready to laugh at this motherfucker.
Guess what your little friend did. Oh, man.
That shit was fucking gross, man.
This one time, I went with my mom to Soup Plantation. And Soup Plantation is like, I don't know, all fucking vegan-based or whatever. I hadn't been in a while, but I just remember that it was a lot of fucking probably fresh food or food I don't usually eat. So we ate there, and it's kind of like buffet style or some shit like that. And you get whatever you want as much as you want.
I never been there.
They do. They even have desserts. And I got as much as I want. However, I wanted. And I got a gang of shit. I remember, I specifically remember macaroni and cheese and brownies. You know? I specifically remember that being a kid. So, obviously, even if it was just only mac and cheese and brownies, the food, that didn't mix well. So I needed to use the restroom eventually. I go and I use the restroom and I take one of the biggest shits of my fucking life in that restroom. Come to find out that restroom is not fucking flushing right now, dude. Was not flushing at all. And it was like massive ass shit. You know, not to be nasty, but it was massive.
I know, but like, it was like that.
Massive, dude. Watery and solid and everything.
Okay.
So I get out, you know, obviously, just finish. I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to bounce. I walk out. Somebody walks right in. And mind you, I'm only like 10 or 12 at that time.
Oh,
somebody walks right in. Yeah, I'm 10 or 12 taking man-sized shits. And somebody walks right in. And the bastard goes, ew, out loud. As if he wanted me to hear. Oh, you nasty little bugger, you, huh? You're a wet one, aren't you? Yeah, nasty little motherfucker, dude. So, that was really embarrassing. I walked out, and I just could feel like, you know, you're a kid, so you can't tell, Mom, you gotta leave right now, because the guy just saw me take the biggest shit of my life. He just screamed, ew! Latinos don't understand anxiety. Anxiety? Work through that shit, bitch! Yeah, so... That was fucking disgusting and very, very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
It always has to do something with the toilet. Dude, my little brother, when he was younger, he was kind of like a little weirdo. This wasn't anything to do with like shit, but he was in the bathroom.
I'm done with shit.
I know, I'm done with that shit too. But this motherfucker, you know what he used to do? He used to do like random things, like play with a little piece of string and walk around the whole house. with the string, or like shit like that, And this day, I remember I needed to use the bathroom, and he wouldn't get out of the fucking restroom, and he was probably like maybe like 8 or 9 or whatever, right? And then I'm like, yo, like I need to use the restroom, and he opened the door finally, but like slowly, and he looks at me and he goes like, I did something, and I was just like, what the fuck, like, So I walk in. And I see the fucking on the wall, where you put your towel and everything, that little like fucking pole or whatever that holds your towel. Whatever the fuck it's called. That shit was off the wall. There was 2 holes on the wall. Shit was ripped off. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And he looks at me and he goes like, I don't want to say it. And I'm like, dude, I don't care what happened. It was pretty embarrassing. This motherfucker said he was doing parkour in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Right before taking the bath.
Yeah, dude, he was jumping from the tub to the sink to the toilet. And he said he tried to jump to the wall and grab onto that pole. And they're ripped off.
Well, what I think is, you think he stood on the sink like how Spider-Man stands on the corner, or how Batman stands just squatting on that shit?
He probably did. He was little at the time. He was probably elementary and everything. I saw those 2 holes and I was just like, it's a little... but I'm like, I can't back you up. I can't fix this. You gotta tell mom.
Yeah.
But get out, because I need to use the restroom. Dude, pobrecito.
Embarrassing, man.
He had his fucking face like he was fucking scared, dude.
That's embarrassing as fuck. One time when I worked, we were short-staffed. So we had somebody from another store come and help out. So she was another supervisor and she was helping out as well. And at my old store, it was like very small. So we had our blender station. So picture just a counter against the wall, obviously, because that's where a counter is at. And so a counter was against the fucking wall. And after the counter is obviously the fucking pathway. And then I had another fucking wall against me. So in total, between that, I had like a 5 to 6 foot space, it wasn't even that big, all including with the counter confined. In that. Yeah, real confined and shit. So if anybody walks behind me while I'm making drinks and I move back, I'll bump into that person. So that's like the kind of hallway where you gotta go behind or some shit like that. But we're not like a restaurant, so we don't say behind. We're fucking fast food coffee or whatever, Fast food coffee? Yeah, that's if you want to think about it, it's like fast food coffee, So I have a fucking girl right there. We'll call her a supervisor. So I had another supervisor right there. She was walking right behind me, not saying nothing. I'm out there and I'm going ham. And when I tell you I'm going ham in the middle of making drinks, I'm telling you, I'm just in the zone of making drinks. And I'm making a mess, but I'm making drinks. And everybody's getting their fucking drinks, but I'm making a mess. And I'm moving all over the place. And I will just go everywhere,
You gotta get that shit out.
I just gotta do it. I gotta get it out. Boom, 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 boom. We'll clean up right after, So she decides to walk behind me. And like I said, behind me, there's a wall. You know what I mean? So if I'm already there against the counter, that means there's only a little bit of space. Doesn't say nothing. I run out of milk. My refrigerator is under the counter, okay? Of where my cold bar is, which is the counter that I'm talking about where I'm working at, I bend down to get some more milk. I'm out of milk. I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of milk. Boom. Open the fucking fridge. She's walking right behind me. I sandwich her ass against the fucking wall with my ass, dude. Oh my God. And she was trying to pass through, like, how you pass through, like, in a side, like in a movie theater, You're like, you pass through the side like that. Oh, yeah. So that means my ass was in her stomach. I felt her ribs against my lower back and shit.
A short one,
yes, too, huh? Dude. She was a short little girl, too. She's probably, like, at least just 5 foot, like, flat, even. Boom. Squished her up against the fucking wall. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel so fucking embarrassed. She's like, no, it's fine. So I'm still making drinks and shit. She's on the register. I go and look real quick, and she's rubbing her stomach. And I'm like, oh my God. I left her in pain a little bit. I took the air out her stomach. I fucking on her ass, dude. I got her on that shit, man. That was so embarrassing. So for the rest of the shift, I just didn't even look her in the eye. I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. You're good to go every time, But I ain't licking her in the eye or anything. I couldn't. I was so fucking embarrassed. Oh my fucking God.
Dude, it could be like, after that shit could be awkward as fuck.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, you can't really, like, how do you talk to them? Like, oh, sorry, I like hit you.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't do that shit.
In 7th grade, when I was in leadership, yes, which is like where you, I guess, organize like activities for the school and things like that. And they give you a lanyard, so that way you could like not walk around the school, but that's kind of what you did. And you walked around the school or whatever the fuck, and you would go around just walking around the school or whatever. So I had my lanyard, and you know, I'm still in middle school and shit. And with that fucking lanyard, I still have my imagination and everything. So in my head, I'm like Bruce Lee nunchucks and shit. I'm walking down the hallway, and I'm straight just swinging it across my fucking stomach and everything. And then I see a couple fucking girls from leadership that I know just see me doing that. Just see me doing that, and I have to walk by them because I'm walking. We're walking towards each other. We're passing towards each other. And then they go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I was just fucking around." I had to admit it. I was just fucking around, pretending those nunchucks. And I just kept walking, and I went back to class. And that was so embarrassing.
Did they do a little giggle?
Huh? Hell yeah, they laughed at my ass the whole fucking time. They probably laughed once they saw me. And then when I noticed them, like, oh shit, like that. And yeah. And I still had to play it off. My dumb ass was like, well, I'm not going to stop just because they see me.
I'll fucking top that, dude.
Oh, go.
This was in high school. So in high school, I don't want to say I was popular, but I knew a lot of people. And you know that whole thing when, someone waves at you and you wave back, but they're waving at the person behind you? All right, so
yes.
This was kind of like that, but not exactly. So I'm walking up to the 3rd floor. This was Fairfax, so you know, the main building. Mm-hmm. Walking up the stairs, right? And I'm like, I'm fucking listening to me. I'm in the zone, you know? I'm in the fucking music zone, you know? And then I hear someone say something ahead of me. And when they're saying that shit, I look up and he goes like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And he had his hand out. So I fucking grab his hand and I pull him in. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And then I look behind me and the dude behind me has his hand out. No! And I went, I'm fucking hugging this motherfucker, dude. I'm like right there with him. I'm just like, "Alright." I just keep walking. And you hear, "What the fuck?"
You actually made contact with him?
Dude, I fucking grabbed his hand. I just saw the hand extended. I said, "He must know me."
I'm just that type of guy. I see a high five and I take it.
And I look behind me because he said, "What the fuck?" When I'm holding his fucking hand. He said, "What the fuck?" And behind me is a dude with his hand extended. How the fuck did I just
And how did you walk away? Like when you walked away?
I basically
did you realize it? Like when did you
Dude, I looked back and when I saw it and I'm like, dude, I don't even know this guy. Like I've never seen him. So I let go of his hand and I'm like, "Alright." Give him a pat. I ran up the other stairs.
How about this? I top you that. All right? And you were there for this one, and I would love for your side of the story too when you saw it, because it'll be even better. And I burped, and that's disgusting. So, we'll get on it. You remember when we got invited to that party that's only around the block, and it was BYOB party.
Oh, yeah.
And
we got the Coronas.
Yes, so we got a 12-pack of Coronas, I think, right? And so we got a 12-pack of Coronas. We go to the party, it was BYOB or whatever. Everybody was already drinking, though. We got to the party a little late. So, first we're like, okay, it's BYOB. We're not going to share our beer with anybody. Then fine, because nobody was sharing their beer yet.
Yeah, they were being stingy.
Yeah, everybody was being stingy at first. So fine, we sit on the couch, and then we're like, "Yo, let's get drunk." Well, first you say, "Let's get drunk." I'm like, "Fine, I'll get drunk with you," and you start chugging your beers. And I'm like, "Cool, let me chug my beer with you."
Back.
So, you remember I chugged my beers a little too fast.
Well, yeah, because you're like, "Oh, you finished yours?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm on the second one." And then you were like, "Oh, I need to catch up."
Yep. And so, I chugged my beers a little too fast. And I don't know, maybe after the second beer, or hopefully I'll give myself a little more credit, after the third beer, I felt all the bubbles from all the fucking beer just like build up in my stomach. And I spat up a little throw up like a little baby on my chin. On my chinny chin. And I just let it leak down because I didn't want to cause the scene. I didn't just want, we were sitting on the person's couch. And let me tell you, if I did want to cause a scene, I could have just, and all over their fucking rug. I could have done that all over their rug. I could have done that, or even in our box of beer. You know, I could have done that, thrown up. No, I said, hold the fucking throw up. And a little bit got away from me, and it just leaked out through my fucking mouth, and just ran down my chin like a little baby. Like a little baby who didn't want to finish his fucking carrots. You know what I'm saying? So that spit out, and then Milton looks at me and goes, what? And I'm like, yo, we gotta leave right now.
No,
we gotta leave.
that's
But what did I say? You said we had to get out?
It happened and squirted out, and you put your hand. And I was like, what the fuck? And then you wiped it off, right? The top, and then I see a stain on his shirt, and you cleaned that off, but it's still wet. And then you said, hey man, can we please leave? And I was like, we just got here. Like, what the fuck, dude? He was like, look, man, let's just fucking go. I'll explain outside. And then you told me that shit.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
No, Jonathan saw it.
Jonathan is our good friend, our dear friend.
Yeah,
dude.
He fucking saw it, and then he was cracking up the whole time because I didn't see it, and I was just tripping out.
Dude, and it's like, to be honest, like, for the viewers out there, it was literally like how a baby spits up a little throw up and just lets it leak down their fucking chin. It was disgusting, but more vomit could have came out if I just didn't control myself. So,
and you wanted to bounce because I think the other people that weren't our friends saw you. Mm-hmm. That's why.
I just didn't want to sit in my own shame right there the whole time. Sit in my own shame. But luckily, there was a girl later on that party who threw up in the restroom all over the floor. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That made me feel better about myself.
But still, we still bounced.
Yep. Yes, sir.
You know what else was fucking awkward? Something that you didn't. And to your defense, though, it might have been because you were like high as fuck. But we went to Denny's once. And when we were at Denny's, we would like order our food or whatever, waiting and shit and everything. We get our fucking food. And then we're eating, right? And then the girl, you know how the waitress comes to you and everything and says like, hey, how's everything? And then you look at her with food in your mouth and you say, please, thank you. She looks at you and goes like, oh, okay. And walks away. And you're like, oh, I didn't say that right, huh?
Oh, I was in the zone of eating. She came right in the zone and shit.
I know, but all she said was, how's everything?
I was in the Xander zone. It's too late to go back on injuries, huh?
No, we can go wherever you want to go.
Well, when I was a little chitlin', all right, us Latinos, we like to go down to the river. You know what I'm saying? The river, the beach, anywhere tropical, really. We like to go down there and do our little thing, get our little ceviche going down, a little barbecue, you know what I'm saying? So me and my family, we went down to the motherfucking, goddammit, Azusa River again. So we go back to the motherfucking Azusa River. And this time, like, the part that we're in, it's on like a steep part of the hill. So you kind of got to walk down towards to the river and shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they still wanted to put a fucking hammock, and us Latinos love our motherfucking hammock. So they put the hammock that was right on top of the motherfucking hill. So I'm a fucking child. And I'm over here on the hammock, and what do you do when you're... The hammock is a swing for a child. That's all it is. I don't give a fuck about relaxing. I don't care about relaxing. I would just swing my ass off on that shit. And that's what I did. I swung my fucking ass off on that shit. I rolled down to the motherfucking Rio, all right? When I rolled down, you know, I didn't hurt myself on the roll down. But then check this out. So you know how you roll, and then you stop once you get to the flat, and then you kind of like lean back and drop? Well, right behind me was a big ass fucking rock. And I got my motherfucking head. And my little ass was crying. Like if I was dead. Like, help me! You know? Dead shit. Pearl Harbor style, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like, I was yelling my fucking guts out. And my fucking parents are out there fucking drinking and eating ceviche, having the fucking time of their fucking life. I crawl up there with leaves all up on my fucking on my shoulder. You know, I go, oh, mi niño, ¿qué pasó? Fuck you, all right? Fuck you. And your motherfucking whistle, all right? God damn, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking had the rest of the summer, rest of that fucking day and shit. Just to shit. Just to shit. I don't even. You know what I'll say? I don't remember nothing after that. I didn't start drinking till like fucking 16. I don't remember nothing after that. After that hit from that day, did I even eat ceviche? Did I even eat some of that ceviche? What about the little boy I was hanging out with? Did he get hurt? Where the little boy at, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
Moral of the story, parents, take care of your children better.
For real, man. Oh,
All right,
man. All right, well, we'll
hey,
wrap this shit up, man.
This was lit. This was lit.
Thank you for listening. Episode 3.
Yes, yes. And somewhere in the beginning, like I said, you contact my fucking lawyer. All right.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.